How's the hotel you guys are at?
Far.
Far?
It's like it's 7 miles away, but it might as well be 20.
No, exactly.
Just traffic and all that stuff. Yesterday was, I think it was yesterday. We were like right in the same parking lot. It was cool. Just we walked to the gig.
The Summer Blood Tour. It's you guys starting the first couple of dates. How do you guys come about with the tour titles, your set costume design, your set design? How does that change when it comes summer to summer on your tours?
Well, this tour came as a whim, really, because we were writing and we were kind of just stuck in that whole mindset of writing, and we've been off we finished in Japan in December, and last year was a massive touring year for us. So, you know, we've been just writing and recording and writing and trying to figure out the direction of where we wanted to go, and then we just said, do we want to sit all summer long doing this or just go out? So we created the Summer of Blood, and it's just one of those things, you know, tours need a tagline to sell, but at the same time we have been doing the Appointment with Death tour for so long, and we needed a break to go off into something else, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity, and now it's spun off into the Winter of Blood in Europe, so we'll start that in October and go all the way through December, I think, in Europe. So
very cool.
It's the whims turn into something, you know. So you can never turn your back on those things.
Exactly. And how does that kind of change your family and social life? Because you almost have to live both lives.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not married, so it's a little easier for me. But the rest of the guys, that's actually the benefit. I'm going on the road. So it kind of works in everybody's favor. But yeah, I mean, we're always looking, you know, sometimes we get called to do these tours and we do them. But because we love touring, this is what this band is. It's about performing, and it's about moving an inch, you know, and because we know this lineup and what we're doing now is better than what we did in the 80s. So we aim to prove it, you know, and you kind of have all those same sensibilities you had when we first started this band, and so because we believe in it so much, we just kind of want to prove it every night. And we're having a blast too, and you know, it's not just about the costumes or anything. It's, you know, we could go up there in jeans and still have
exactly.
that same.
It's the music's what really sells it. When you guys go overseas, you're playing in front of 40,000, 50,000 people, and you come to the States, and it's almost like you get some great venues and you get turnouts where it's like people. Does that change how you prepare yourself going to a show?
Not me. I mean, I have the same preparation. You know, we've had guys in the band who say, "Oh, there's not that many people, so I'm not going to do this." And I'm like, "No, you're going to do everything you do if you play in front of 72,000 people or 12 people."
Exactly.
You know, and because some of these people drive from different states, 5-6 hours, and sometimes they fly in.
And they're probably stalking you when you leave town.
There is no problem. So you can't go out there and half-ass it when these people, you know, even it's not their fault. There's not a good turnout, you know. Promoters don't really promote anymore because they think I have Facebook and I don't have to, you know. But it's not like it used to be. And with promotion, now that the internet's it's the benefit, but it's actually you got to get out there and still pass out the flyers.
Look, I remember seeing you guys play back in the day. You came into the record store, you did an in-store appearance in all your regalia, and then later that night did the show, you did radio, you did the whole damn thing. We're missing all that these days.
It's a machine that has to keep going, and it's starting to happen again in this country. I think it's all about the youth, and that's what really inspires the older guys who are people who love the music. Just kind of, you know, there's not a concert every weekend like it used to be. So it's hard to go, oh, maybe I'll make that show, maybe not, you know, but then you see all these the kids going, yeah, I'm going, and it's like, yeah, I want to go, so they end up going back, and that's the way it is in Europe. I mean, it's a mix and match. We played at 14-year-olds and we played at 40-year-olds, you know, it's such a huge gap, and they're right in the mix, you know, and everybody's having a blast, so it's starting to happen in this country, especially with all ages shows. There's not many all ages shows because it's still trying to sell the beer mentality, you know, and it's but the all ages shows gets the younger crowd in there and interested in the music. So
what is, or one of, or some of the craziest stunts you've pulled off on stage?
What do you mean, as far as props and
Just
stuff?
props, like some of the craziest. I mean, you look at your album covers and you see the pictures of like people being ripped open or just.
Yeah, I mean, we've had so many different. Something happened the other night. This probably has nothing to do with your question, but it's interesting. We were playing in Rhode Island, and I do a thing in my show where everyone gets bloody. It's a thing that I took from England. When you kill your first fox, you get blooded from the fox. So I kind of do that to my audience, kind of a baptism thing. And so everyone had blood on their cheeks, you know. And then the fire alarm came on. The lights came on, and people are yelling fire. And this is Rhode Island.
No, the nightclub.
So I'm still singing. I'm thinking, you know, and then all of a sudden I realized, okay, and I heard the word fire, and then we got everyone out. And then the fire truck came rolling in. When they came pulling up, they looked, and everybody was bloody. They said, how many people are hurt? They called an ambulance, another ambulance, they called an extra ambulance, and all these people were running because everybody was just filled with blood. So that was their first thing, and it was kind of live theater happening before my eyes, and I'm out there in the parking lot too going, oh my God. And you know, these fire, they're all there, they came ready to go, but when they seen everybody was bloody, it was just one of those things. They just thought it was something they couldn't even control, like, what's going on here? So it was one of those...
Did you guys tape that for a future DVD?
No, because it came so quickly, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that they were having that reaction, because, you know, I look at bloody kids every day, you know, and even when we do our signing sessions, everyone's still filled with blood, so it's second nature to me. I wasn't thinking their response. Their response is, everybody's bloody, my God, what happened? So it's kind of like like I said, it was live art happening at that moment, and I don't know, I don't think the cameras were rolling, but everybody was laughing about it later, you know, and especially the club owners are just going, oh my God.
You've obviously, you guys have, with talking with Martin, you've helped out Fallen Blue a ton. You know, what other charity work do you guys get involved with, or other causes you guys?
We did the Make-A-Wish Foundation a few times, and we're still involved. You know, we volunteered to go overseas and play for the troops, and they haven't requested it yet, but we're you know, they know we're on the list, whatever, and we're willing to go at a moment's notice. Anytime we get asked to do something, we do it. You know, it's just it's not even a question. So, but those are the two that come to mind. We've done, like I said, Make-A-Wish a couple times over the years.
Do you have any funny police stories you'd like to share? Being on the road?
It just happened on the coming up here. We're going through Indiana and got pulled over. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare. And he came up and started talking, and he goes, what? And we said, whoever was driving said they were a band, Lizzy Borden. He goes, Lizzy Borden loves us. So he ended up getting on the list, you know, for the show coming up. So he'll be there at the show, and of course didn't give us a ticket and let us go on our way. So that's a cool thing. I mean, I see that more and more, and you just never know who the Lizzy Borden fans are, and especially when they grew up, you know, and became upstanding citizens. Secretly, they're Lizzy Borden fans, you know, heavy metal fans or whatever. So it's a cool thing to, because it is the ultimate disguise, because they don't look like they would be Lizzy Borden fans. So that's one of the things that's always a surprise, and it's a nice surprise. So.
Very cool. I just have one more question. What, off your last album, what's some of your favorite songs to play live off of that?
Well, Tomorrow Never Comes is a favorite, and Under Your Skin, that one, you know, I was reluctant to put that in the show for a long time, and Joey just kept bugging me to do it, and I'm like, I don't know if it's going to play, because it's kind of dark, and you know, we were playing festivals in the sun and fun. I'm thinking we're going to play this dark song, how are they going to respond to it? And it just killed every night. You know, the response was so much better than some of the other songs that were more up tempo that now we can't take it out of the set. It's like become a staple of the show. So those two songs, and you know, we've tried when we first put out the album, we played like 6 or 7 songs off of it. I always do that when we put out a new record.
Yep.
I always make sure that, you know, we're not just putting out an album and playing one song off of it. You know, we're trying to push the album, and hopefully people will like it enough to make those the classic songs and not have to live on something I wrote 29 years ago or whatever. So, you know, that's the whole point, you know. So, but yeah, Tomorrow Never Comes and Under Your Skin are the main ones that usually never leave the set.
Rachel, any questions?